The $100 million phantom. How Kai Havertz silenced the world. Most football fans know Kai Havertz as the man who scored the winning goal in a Champions League final, but few realize that at just 17 years old, he nearly missed his professional debut because he had to stay home and study for a high-stakes geography exam. Imagine the pressure of a teenager balancing the weight of a nation's expectations with the mundane reality of high school textbooks, a duality that has defined his entire career as the alleskunner or the man who can do it all. His story does not begin under the bright lights of London but in the quiet, rain-soaked gardens of Mariendorf, where a young Kai would spend countless hours kicking a ball against garden gnomes, indifferent to the poverty of distraction and fueled by a silent, burning passion. He was a boy born with a football at his feet, growing up in a house where his grandfather's love for the game served as his first coaching manual and his only escape. By the time he hit his teenage years, the quiet boy from Aachen had transformed into a towering presence at Bayer Leverkusen. Yet his journey was anything but easy as he battled through a massive growth spurt that threatened to make him too clumsy for the elite level. He spent his mid-teens relearning how to control his own body, fighting through the physical pain of growing pains while technical scouts watched his every move with skepticism. Leverkusen's academy became his second home, a place where he shattered records to become the club's youngest ever debutant, a feat that felt like a fever dream to a boy who still had to finish his homework before every match. This period was a blur of high-speed development and silent struggle as he moved from a scrawny youth prospect to a Bundesliga sensation, carrying the hope of German football on his slender shoulders before he was even old enough to drive. The transition to his adult peak was marked by a seismic shift as Chelsea came calling with a record-breaking £71 million transfer fee that turned him into the most expensive German player in history overnight. The pressure was suffocating, and the critics were relentless as he struggled to adapt to the brutal physicality of the Premier League, often looking like a ghost in a blue shirt during his first few months in London. But legends are forged in the fire of the biggest moments, and in May 2021, Kai Havertz immortalized himself by rounding Ederson in Porto to score the goal that delivered Chelsea's second Champions League trophy. It was a moment of pure, icy composure that silenced every critic and justified every penny of his massive price tag. Yet even then, he remained the same humble kid from Aachen, more interested in his family and his rescue donkeys than the flashbulbs of the paparazzi. As the years progressed, his journey took another unexpected turn with a controversial £65 million move to Arsenal, a transition that many claimed would be his downfall but instead became his greatest masterclass in resilience. Under the tactical genius of Mikel Arteta, he evolved from a misunderstood nomad into an elite forward, becoming the heartbeat of an Arsenal team that pushed the boundaries of English football in 2026. He has become a player who doesn't just score goals but dictates the very rhythm of the game, a silent maestro who operates in the pockets of space that others are too afraid to occupy. Today, as he prepares for the 2026 World Cup, Kai Havertz stands as a symbol of the modern game, a player who survived the crushing weight of fame, the pain of growth, and the noise of the doubters to become a true legend of the beautiful game. His story is a testament to the fact that you don't need to be the loudest person in the room to be the most impactful, and as the world watches him lead Germany onto the greatest stage of all, it is clear that the boy from the garden has finally conquered the world.